Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be talking about Spearman's rank correlation. If you are looking to analyze rank data in SPSS, you are in the right place. I will provide you a step-by-step guide from understanding the concept, setting up the dataset, and running the analysis to interpreting the results. But first, what is Spearman's rank correlation? Spearman's rank correlation is also called Spearman's rule. It is a non-parametric test that measures the strength and duration of a relationship between two variables, especially when data is ordinal or non-normally distributed. It is a non-parametric alternative to Pearson's correlation because it assesses how well the relationship between two variables can be described by a monotonic function. A monotonic function is when one variable is increasing, the other variable is decreasing or increasing consistently. Basically, if the sample size of your dataset is small, not normally distributed, and the independent variable is an ordinal data, or the data contains outlier, then Spearman's rank correlation will be your best choice of test statistics to perform because your data information contains non-parametric features. Please listen to this. When you are performing correlation analysis, whether it is Spearman's rank correlation or Pearson's correlation, two things are fundamentally important which you will need to make statistical judgment and decide about your hypothesis. They are the correlation coefficient, which is the Spearman's rule, and the p-value. Statistically, the computed values you should get from the correlation coefficient must be within the range from -1 to +1, while the p-value could either be less than 0.05 or greater than 0.05. In some cases, the p-value can be exactly 0.05, and that is also meaningful. However, you will understand this information better when I demonstrate how to perform the analysis and interpret the results right in this video. So in this video, I'll be demonstrating how to perform and interpret Spearman's rank correlation in SPSS. My name is Titocan, and this is Titocan Solutions, a YouTube channel for improving the knowledge of how to do things. If you are a beginner, don't worry. I will explain everything in a simple way using a practical dataset. So stay tuned and let's get started with the demonstration in SPSS. But first, let me show you the dataset that I will be using for this demonstration. This is the dataset and it is already loaded into SPSS. If you don't know how to load data into SPSS and define the variable properties, please see my video on Introduction to SPSS Software for Beginners Part 1. As you can see, this data consists of a set of 20 cases of students who spent a number of hours studying for an exam and the percentage scores they obtained in the exams. The independent variable here is the hours, while the dependent variable is the scores. But as you can see, the scores obtained by the students seems to be proportional to the number of hours the students spent in studying for the exams. This is why the data is ordinal. Because of that, can we say there is a relationship or no relationship between the variables? If there is a relationship, what is the strength and duration of the relationship? Can we say the relationship is weak or strong? Can we say that the relationship is statistically significant or not? Unfortunately, these are questions we cannot provide answers by mere inspection of the dataset. So the only way to provide answers to those questions is to perform Spearman's rank correlation analysis. But to understand what we have to do, let's state the hypothesis. The null hypothesis states that there is no significant correlation between the two variables, while the alternative hypothesis states that there is significant correlation between the two variables. Now, let's perform Spearman's rank correlation analysis. But before we do that, first, you have to ensure that the level of measurement for the independent variable is set as ordinal. To check, click on the Data View button to go to the Variables Properties window. In this dataset, the independent variable here is the hours. So, if the level of measurement is not ordinal, kindly click on the corresponding cell under the Measure column and select Ordinal. The dependent variable scores should be set as scale. Please note that using appropriate level of measurement is an important feature in SPSS. Otherwise, your result output may be incorrect. Now, go to the menu bar and click on Analyze. From the submenu, put your cursor on Correlate. And from the drop-down options, click on Bivariant to open the Bivariant Correlation dialog box. In this box, your variables are in the box on the left. Now, click on the hours and then press down the Control key on your keyboard, and thereafter click on the scores variable to select the two variables. Then click on this transfer arrow key to move them to the variables box on the right. There are no useful settings to be done in the Options button, Styles button, and the Bootstrap button respectively. So let's move on to the next section. Under the correlation coefficient section, the default selection here is Pearson's correlation. Now uncheck it and then check the box for Spearman's correlation, because our interest here is to perform Spearman's correlation analysis. Under the test of significance, leave the default selection as two-tailed. As you can see, the box for flag significant correlations has been checked by default. Just leave it checked because you need that information, and the flag will be given as an asterisk inserted as superscript. Like this, you have completely configured the SPSS system to perform Spearman's rank correlation analysis. So go ahead and click OK for the SPSS to produce results in the output window. Now, as you can see, the result has been produced in this output window. The result consists of only one table of correlation matrix for hours of study and scores obtained. As you can see, two important features are produced. That is the correlation coefficient and the p-value designated as SIG two-tailed. Now, let's interpret the result in this table. Since the correlation coefficient between similar variables is equal to 1, then you will be expected to see ones along the main diagonal. But the correlation coefficient between the hours of study and the percentage scores is 0.998. And this is flagged to be significant at the 0.01 level. This correlation coefficient is positive, indicating the direction of the relationship, meaning that as the hour of study increases, the percentage scores increases too, suggesting a strong monotonic relationship. The strength is 0.998, indicating a very strong relationship or correlation between the hours of study and the percentage scores. This statistically means that the relationship is near perfect, and as the time in hours spent to study increases, the percentage scores obtained in the exams increases. But the question now is, does the performance in the exams actually comes from the invested time in studying and preparing for it? Or was the performance as a result of external factors that were not accounted for? This is where the probability factor, otherwise referred to as p-value, comes into play. The p-value helps to determine whether the correlation is statistically significantly different from zero or not, since the null hypothesis states that there is no significant difference between the two variables. To help with this judgment, you are expected to compare your p-value result from the table with the following arguments. If the p-value designated as SIG is less than 0.05, then there is a significant correlation between the two variables. But if the p-value is greater than 0.05, then there is no significant correlation between the two variables. So, as you can see in this table, the p-value is 0.000. This is less than 0.05 and therefore indicates that the relationship or correlation is statistically significant. Hence, we reject the null hypothesis, which says there is no correlation between the two variables. This generally means that the more the time the student puts into studying and preparing for the exams, the higher the percentage scores in the exams. This also means that the performances in the exams by the students are solely from the preparation they put into the exams, and the performance are not from any external factor. This is how to perform and interpret Spearman's rank correlation in SPSS. But right now, we have come to the end of this video, and I hope you will be able to replicate this procedure to carry out Spearman's rank correlation analysis of your data. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to Titocan Solutions YouTube channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my new and useful tutorials. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your subscription. Thanks for sharing this video, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye.